Introducing the Family Faith Adventure, rambling about what I've been getting up to at work. We're off on an adventure and we're taking the whole family with us. Much of what I ramble about on here is normally about the thoughts and things I get up to outside of work. Today, however, I thought I'd share a little bit of what I've been working on for my job. For those of you that don't know me in the real world, I'm a youth and children's pastor at my local church. This means I'm responsible for all the activities we do with under 18s in the life of the church. I'm very fortunate that I've been employed by my church for the last 18 years in various different roles, and for the last 8 of those I've been in the role that I'm in now. Anyone who's been involved in children's and youth work for any length of time will hopefully have realised that the best thing you can do is support the parents. Parents are the single biggest influence on the lives of their children. And more importantly than that, from a biblical perspective, they are the ones who are responsible for the spiritual instruction of their children. When I first took on the children's work, Sally, my predecessor, gave me some excellent advice. We ice the cake you bake. As in, whatever teaching the children receive at home, we can add to on Sunday mornings, but the fundamental teaching will always take place in the home. This is more of a truism than a statement of my position on this. If our children see us taking our faith seriously at home, they will realise it's important. If they don't, they won't. This is the reason for us creating the Family Faith Adventure. It's our way of providing an opportunity for our children to be involved in everyday conversations about faith in the home, using fun activities, none of which involve a screen. A quick breakdown of what's in the May half-term holiday adventure pack. A mission poster. This poster gives some facts about the availability of the Bible in different languages worldwide. Did you know that 1 in 5 languages still don't have access to the Bible yet? There are also facts about a few of the overseas workers who our church regularly supports financially. And lastly, there's an indication of the 10 most dangerous countries to be a Christian in the world today. Our hope is to encourage people to be praying for these different people and causes, so we've included stickers in the adventure packs so families can stick a dot on the countries, people or issues that they'd like to pray for. The Read, Chat and Pray sheets are very simple. They're designed for a very simple family Bible study. You're given a verse or a passage to read, some questions to chat about and discuss in that passage, and then there's a suggestion for prayer at the end. Global Gourmet is a free, fun activity for you to get out and about and see how connected we are in the world today. This is a kind of shopping list to take to your supermarket for a fact-finding expedition. Did you know that the food labelling laws in the UK require every supermarket to declare the country of origin of all fresh produce? Well, we've given you a shopping list of items to locate and write down which country that item came from. You'll find that you can hold items in your hands from all over the world in your local supermarket. It's amazing. Obviously, if someone wants to buy some new and exciting exotic fruit to taste test, that's brilliant. But we're trying to keep the activities as free or as cheap as possible. Lastly, the meal placemats. The feedback we received from the pilot project was that the conversation starters on the placemats were the highlight. So as you can imagine, we've made some more. This adventure pack, there are 3 types of questions. Questions which help you discuss the world in general. Can you recognise this flag? Questions about your experience of the world. Which countries have you visited? And questions about faith. What would church be like in another country? You can see from the samples below, whilst the placemats look very similar, we've made different placemats for the children and the parents. This means that for the children who are able to read, they can take responsibility for picking which questions they would like to discuss. We've only been distributing these adventure packs for just over a week, and I've already had a photo sent to the office of a family tucking into dinner using the placemats. It's lovely to see. We aim to produce an adventure pack like the one that we've sent out to families every half-term holiday, so February, May and October. We ran a pilot project in February this year with a handful of families on the topic of true love, and you'll be able to see that the missions and global Christianity is the theme for the current adventure pack. If you or someone you know would be interested in signing up to receive the next adventure pack we're making for October half-term holiday, please register your interest on this link. Our goal is to post them out in future so that families receive the adventure pack in the mail rather than needing to remember to pick one up on a Sunday morning. This means that in future we'll be asking for £5 per pack to cover the cost of the printing and posting. I think that's still quite reasonable. It's open to any families in the UK, so you don't need to be part of our church. Having made the resource, it makes no difference for us whether we post them out to Crawley or send them off to Cornwall or Coventry. So we're just happy to see people taking advantage of it all. You can register your interest here. So there you have it. That's what I've been busy with recently. We're excited to finally see it all being used in the wild and are very excited to hear more feedback from families in our church and beyond. As I said at the start, we're doing this to support families and parents. We're cheering on Christian parents. We want the best for you. We're not in competition with any of you. You are the biggest and most important influence on your children every day of the week. Many families already have devotional rhythms and strategies that work well for their families, which is excellent. We love that. Keep going. Others may not know where to start. I had a WhatsApp from a family asking me that this week. This is where we see the Family Faith Adventure being useful as a tool to help families start to create space for devotional times together. Just like I rambled about last November, talking about the Jesse Tree book. So, commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these words of mine. Tie them to your hands and wear them on your forehead as reminders. Teach them to your children. Talk about them when you're at home, when you're on the road, and when you're going to bed, and when you're getting up. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that as long as the sky remains above the earth, you and your children may flourish in the land the Lord swore to give your ancestors. Deuteronomy 11, verses 18 to 21. Thank you for joining me on my ramble today. I hope you found it interesting. If you know someone else in your church setting who would be interested in taking a look at the Family Faith Adventure resources, why not send them a link? Maybe you know a family who's new to your church, or perhaps you think your local children's worker might be interested. Either way, I hope you can join me again next week for another journey with my thoughts. Grace and peace.